Okay, we are recording. 3, 2, 1. What is Gooey's Brothers, and welcome back to another installment of the Biscuithead podcast. This nigga here. I am your host.
I will never financially recover from this.
Like that. I'm your host, the original Biscuithead, Dre. We have Mac I Am, Mr. Charles Butler in the cut, and we have Other K, aka Kevo. in the potty today, and as you can see by our illustrious Mac I Am, be talking about Tiger King first up. So what y'all who go first on this?
Who's going first? I'll go first.
First, Kevin.
No, ahead, first, Kevin. Fine, if you want to go, Charles, go ahead, bro.
You can go first.
I'll go first.
He leaned in like, go ahead, bro.
I mean, like, I think that show came out like 2-3 weeks ago, right? And people were talking about it, like, it was such a mainstream thing. I thought it was like, just another fucking show, like, who cares? But I watched it and I was like, this shit's in fucking, I don't know, like, it's such a tall tale, Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel bad for Joe a little bit, but then, like, it kind of went to your head. You were saying shit that you shouldn't be saying on the internet, like, fuck Carol Baskin. Fucking
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Whacked him. Can tell me that it didn't happen. Yo.
And, like, this guy he had, like, an ego, like, the size of fucking Oklahoma, honestly. Dude, like,
the size of Texas, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
crazy.
Like the moon. Because, like,
bullshit.
He runs for governor, loses. He runs for fucking, he runs for president, then governor. It's like, what the fuck? And then he runs a Tiger Zoo. He makes country music videos that are directly to Carol Baskin and about tigers, and it's not even him singing. I was like, there's no way that's him on the mic. And
you saw that somehow he had like another group recording them jokes,
right? Like,
it wasn't all him. It's like, that makes so much more sense because he does not look like he had those fire mixtapes.
Spoilers ahead, because we will be talking about like all the.
I forgot to do the spoiler one. Right,
we will be doing that.
On the Biscuithead podcast, we have spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers of the Tiger King or any other show and or movie that we will be reviewing today, bye.
Go watch the show, or I don't know.
Watch the show and then come back and listen to us roast it, and or go to the wiki page and read it because you don't have time.
Right.
And or you didn't pay for it. Cool. Back to the roasting.
Who would actually touch a tiger, like some redneck's tiger, like in the basement? I wouldn't.
Well, the wildest part about that is how many celebrities and how many politicians, like by the time Carol Baskins got to him, they were like, Joe Exotic is breeding tigers and selling them, and they were like, I just petted that junk last week and got a pic. It's a little late for that. Like, they were like, no black people were in it. Shaq actually shouted him out on TNT. Shout out to my man Joe Exotic. Got the Tiger King, baby. It's like, yo, what are you doing? This is wrong. I want to start by saying we in the wrong business. They illegally got tigers, breeded them things, and was selling them for $2,000 a pop.
That's easy.
And they got paperwork selling them to zoos and other people who are in the breeding business. Like, and then Carol Baskin, she's the true villain.
Yeah, definitely.
Her and the dude that
Howard?
that was bankrupt or whatever.
Yeah,
Howard.
Tried to bankrupt no more.
Right, that somehow got off, but it's like, you next. The FBI coming for you next. They just let you breathe for a little bit. But the one that get pulled up in the basically repoed Ferrari.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Jeff.
No, Jeff and Carol Baskins are the villains of this story.
You know that one guy with the ponytail, the fat dude, who had like all those girls.
I see 2 points. He is a shithead after the fact, but in the beginning he did front up his own money. I'd be mad too in the state of mind Joe.
But he had that money.
Well, yeah, that's true. After the fact, yeah, you're right.
He had the money in front.
Fuck Jeff. Yeah.
Homie's like, he was like, I'm gonna help you save the zoo.
Yeah, furlough
Nah, I'm just
checks.
gonna steal the zoo from you, bro. But
Yeah,
yeah, like
that was shocking.
Joe. I mean, like Joe Exotic is like this dude, this nigga here. He's just first. Go ahead,
It's like
go ahead.
it's so ironic because like he's such a redneck, but then like he's gay as fuck, and and then like he has like 2 husbands. Like what? It's like
He had 5.
he had 5.
He was with 3 different dudes, and then he married to one now. He's at least had 4 husbands. Let me start by saying this: I don't care what nobody say about weed, alcohol, cocaine, or nothing else. Methamphetamine, meth is the most dangerous drug on the planet. Okay, because it had straight dudes who were smashing other people, who were smashing females. Be like, you know what? For this meth, I like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take peen. No,
that's a good point.
that is the most dangerous drug on the planet. And I don't want to hear nobody else's opinion about it because that's beyond gateway drug. That made you no.
That's like fucking the A-bomb, really. I don't know.
It's like that changed your entire orientation. and then the moment you were off, like, yeah, I like girls now.
That's crazy, man. And he was like 55. And it's like with young dudes, like 19, 20, 30.
20 is like, bro,
Yeah.
wild for that.
Like, damn, dude. Like, I don't know. This is
what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobins?
I'm trying to like have him in the coat.
You're wild.
Why? I mean,
because he's cool.
But marketing is everything because Carol Baskins. First, wow, see, that's what you get. But Carol Baskins was out here. It's like we have them work for, the volunteers have different color shirts, and they can't get this shirt until they volunteered for at least 5 years. And
that's bullshit.
And she was making $1.5 million in profit a year.
That's bullshit.
But then, like they were talking about, like she didn't kill her husband or feed her husband to the tigers. They were like, the only way you can get someone the only way you can get a tiger to eat someone is to douse them in fish oil. Why would you know that?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, I feel like it kind of makes sense, but then like
it's true.
It's true, like
I mean, it's true, but why would you just volunteer that? And then every time they ask about her husband, they think I killed my husband. It's like, lady, like legit, you have on his paperwork or disappear. You added and or disappearance. Nobody puts that in their will, bro, or in their case of death. Like, you manipulated that, and then the fact that she took all the property from the moms and like his family was scared. They were just like, Carol Baskins is scary.
I would have done that if I really knew something was gonna go down. I hope he's not dead and he just pops up and be like, I'm
homie is gone.
You think so?
Them tigers have been euthanized. The evidence is gone. But then Carol, she talking about, we don't put our tigers in cages. And then the very next scene, the editing in that show was ridiculous because even though it was a documentary, it was cut like The Office in certain moments. All they was missing was the confessionals. I think I'm a great boss. Like all they was missing was the confessionals. That jump was cut to almost be a comedy. I watched all 7 episodes in one night.
Holy shit.
I couldn't stop. It was just like, what in the world is this? The next episode. Run the next one. It's like, bruh, it just got more and more ridiculous. It was like, man, that show.
I think the Shorty that lost her arm.
Yo, he was so calm about it. He was like, so someone just got their arm bit off. We can either give you a refund for another day or we can, or something else, but it's like no option was you can get your money back. It's like, bro.
Right.
But he was, I mean, that was almost the American dream. You figure out the back ways to do something that was almost illegal but make it legal. Because Doc Antle was talking about, it takes $10,000 to feed each tiger, whatever. And Joe Exotic, I can feed a tiger with $3,000.
Wait, branch is me from Walmart. You got hot dogs, eggs.
Right, eggs. It would be good if they got some eggs. They got a truck Walmart meat, bro.
Right.
And then the people that work there is like felons, and then hey, you can get your pick of the hot Walmart meat from the truck. It's like, and they were like, it's pretty good. It's like, oh, we got a steak, boys.
I don't trust anything that's expired.
Oh. They were like, some of this is still cold. It's still expired meat, sir. Like,
right.
Why are you excited about this?
Right.
And you wonder. But then they were petty as hell when the tiger like dragged his boot or whatever. He just pulled him off his cane. God damn it! Pop, you smacked this.
So did he shot that tiger?
No, he shot in the air.
Oh, okay.
He didn't shoot at it, but a lot of people.
He shot him. Came back and shot him in the head after the fact.
Oh, after?
I think so.
I know they found evidence that he had euthanized some other ones, but I don't think he shot that one. I know he shot in the air to scare it. But that was probably what got people looking like, you too comfortable whipping out that gun, bro. But they flat out, homie, it's like, he was like, God damn it, get off. But all the cameramen and all of his employees were just standing there.
That's crazy.
Well, that was after the fact everything happened.
Went to show.
So I would have too.
By the way, also, he burned that He killed them alligators.
Yeah, he fucking broiled them alive. That's crazy.
He did that shit.
Yeah, I definitely.
Conveniently, right as he's gone, this shit just goes up in flames, and all of dude's footage, right after he realizes that he doesn't own the show. It's like, nah, it would be him. And it's like, okay, cool.
Now, what you trying to mean is I got to burn my studio and I won't go to jail?
Right.
I think
nobody there knew.
I think it's crazy. Like, he's like he has like lawyer fees up his neck, and he's still paying for him too.
That lawyer that talked about the evidence, I think, should be. Well, I guess in law he didn't say, "Hey, go burn down your studio to eliminate the evidence."
Right.
He was like, what you gotta do, right, Joe? He's like, what is that?
It was more of a,
what you gotta do, right?
It was like a counselor. I'm not telling you to pull your life together, but I'm suggesting that you start meditating. I'm not saying you go burn down your studio, because I can't say that, but I'm suggesting that you know what you have to do,
right?
Involving flames. And them alligators, it's like them alligators didn't ask for that. Like, it burned so hot, there was no evidence of anything left. What are you using to burn this, bro? Like, damn.
Thermite match. Wow.
I think it's really funny how, like, in Oklahoma, their Walmarts are like. Did you see that? Like, when he went to go buy like guns and dynamite and shit like that at fucking Walmart.
How is thermite illegal, bro?
I think it has to be here, but in Oklahoma, I guess not.
But it's ridiculous. Like, I didn't even know you could order trucks of old meat or get the old truck. Like, who was that plug? What plug is that was like, hey, Joe, I know you were running them tigers over there. Let me pet them Jones 2 times a week. And I got a truck of food for you, bro. You can feed. And also, his employees are loyal as hell. One, because
fuck yeah,
I could not. There was one unit with the air conditioner that didn't work. So you had 3 little trailers on the property. Only one of them had an AC that didn't work. Then Jones was beat to hell. And then Shorty got her arm bit off and was like, I have to go. I have a shift at 3. I need to go now. Because she was like, well, I knew if I didn't go back to work, they would be all over Joe. They're going to be all over him anyway.
Maybe she had that meth tid, she was on that.
Maybe so.
Definitely.
But then also, Joe, like, for as smart as he was to do these different things, he was dumb, because homie was like, the feds are after me. I'm gonna go to another part of Oklahoma and throw my phone away. Sir, that is not how you run off on the plug. That is not doing the race. That's the worst way to do it. You didn't even leave the state. You went around the corner. Effectively went around the corner. They have satellites in trucks looking for you, and you alone. Doc Antle. Doc Antle is he's next. He's going to jail next.
Dude, that guy, he has like 5 fucking wives. I'm like, what the?
He's going to jail next if they don't get him for moving tigers and ligers, apparently, because one of them don'ts was a liger and homie was riding elephants like it was Aladdin in this junk.
Like, right.
Prince always fabulous, he only a ball. It's like, bro, what are you doing? And then welcome to the it's like, bro. But then this man, first off, those females, the one girl that had gotten out, quote unquote, she's like, I really thought he loved me. Really? You thought he cared. Right. But it's like he was paying them in peen. But at least they had AC, right? So I guess
they had whole houses and cars.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
But he was charging them grips like Joe Exotic must have been charging like $200 a ticket because they was going to Doc Answers like, oh yeah, I paid $600 today.
Yeah.
For you and who? Just you?
Oh, like the visitors, right?
Yeah, the visitors. The visitors was
right.
throwing grip. They was throwing whole checks. And Doc Answers was like, what was Joe Exotic charging for this zoo that he was struggling to buy Walmart meat? Like, what's going on? He never got the AC fixed. What are you doing? And then Jeff's friend, he's trash too. It's like I'm gonna take your $6,000. I'm gonna take your deposit to murder this person. I'm not even gonna drive down there. Like, you wasn't even gonna do the job. You're the worst. You're a villain too. But who let him get into his tub and then do his testimonial? You remember towards the end when they had him in the homie was sitting up in the jump. I never was gonna do it in the first place. I took the money and I drove right past Florida. It's like, sir, you are up to your chest in dirty bath water right now, looking like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and you are flat out giving a testimony of how you stole this man's money for a failed assassination attempt.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like around that part, I was just waiting for like Nazi tattoos and like the Confederate flag.
No, boy, I'm surprised we didn't see more of that.
I was waiting for that to kind of
then low-key, Joe Exotic did not disappoint because mere moments later, footage came out. Why can't I say the N-word?
I haven't seen that video. Are you serious?
Bruh. Charles sent it to us. I saw it before that, but Charles sent it to us.
Yeah.
I was like, why can't I say the N-word? And it's like, I don't understand. You should. You're in Oklahoma. First off, what's up with Oklahoma? I mean, no offense to Oklahomans, cool. We rock with the family. OKC, stand up. But Chris Paul and them, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I only know the football team and the basketball team from college. So, yeah, that's why I keep saying those names.
Right.
But what's up with Oklahoma that he got like 22% worth of a vote? Like 22% of their population, of their voting population, was like, you know what? That nigga Joe, he all right. He all right by me. He bought these tigers in here. They didn't bite my arm off.
Dude, he was giving out condoms with his face on them.
Condoms with his face on. It's like, that is not protecting anyone. Bro, I forgot about that low key. He was passing out personalized This man's ego was ridiculous. Oh my.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's expensive. Like,
Joe Exotic, I Saw a Tiger. Look, his music was fire though. I ain't gonna lie. Doc Ansel going straight to jail. He next. If they don't get him for moving tigers, they're getting him for a sex cult.
So like this Netflix series is documentary. Do they get any royalties for just being on it?
I don't know.
Or is it just more for publicity?
Yeah.
They probably don't, because I know Joe Exotic probably making nothing. He in the pen. He in federal, so he ain't getting nothing from it. But he was like, I'm taking everybody down. And then Peter was like, yeah, we were against them for so long, but then now he wants to expose everyone. It's like, so how many zoos about to be not shut down?
Like, I'm taking everyone down.
it's like I'm taking everyone down. And the lady from Peter's like, we were chasing him, but now it's like he wants to help. So cool. Then the new 19-year-old husband walks up to this random unit with papers. It's like, where was this when they were looking for evidence? What you could have got yourself out in the first place by exposing this. Yeah, here it is. Hold on, here it is.
But you can get on YouTube and watch any black man's rap video, and they're calling each other the N-word. What the hell? Is this discrimination? I'm white, I can't say the N-word, and they can't. And then we got the United States Department of Agriculture refusing to issue people's licenses because they live in a city that the city's called Gay, Georgia. What the hell is this? They declared the word gay to be offensive. Let me tell you something. I'm as gay as a $3 bill. I'm standing in a cage with 5 full-grown tigers and lions. And I'll goddamn guarantee I'm a hell of a lot butcher than any of you straight politicians that are getting blowjobs in the back office. The good thing about all this is you got to pay for your shit. I can just go to a bookstore and stick it through a hole and get it for free.
He had no cap at all.
This man's filter was non-existent.
He was like the rawest, redneckest, gayest person ever.
I swear, he's a gay Oklahoman that had multiple husbands. Definitely did meth. That was breeding and selling tigers, and had celebrities and politicians and the like just out here. But the worst part is Carol Baskins really was the villain of the story, bro.
She definitely was.
Time. Like, we thought he was bad, and then it's like,
no.
But I'll guarantee you, Carol Baskins killed her husband. What? Next episode. Then every time they brought it up, her response, "Oh, that's ridiculous." Like, who laughs like that? A psychopath. That's who. Someone that actually did it. And they were like, "Oh, maybe he took a plane to Puerto Rico or another place or Peru." Nah, he did. He gone. Big home be gone. The family would have found him. And like, she replaced her name on all of the property.
Yeah.
Like, no, homie's gone. You can't have someone alive and do that. Just not okay. And the fact that she filed everything 5 years in one day. You know, that is timing.
That's meticulous.
That's meticulous. Meticulous planning. Like, she pulled a legit Disney villain. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. Why did I kill my husband? Because you now have millions of dollars worth of property and are getting $1.5 million, and you're not paying anyone because they're volunteering. You labeled yours as. Speaking of labeling, why was Joe Exotic so savage with that marketing? Big Cat, whatever. And
Cat Entertainment.
Yeah, Big Cat Entertainment. But then he faded it out and actually used their what's it called? It's like
Big Cat Rescue or something.
Yeah, Big Cat Rescue. It's like,
yeah,
bro, what are you doing? Why?
He was trolling them, and he was just honestly he was probably going
trollest of trolls, bro.
Yeah. He was just going insane.
Like, he would have, they would remember dude was like, yeah, he would be on the internet show every night and have like maybe 15 viewers or 80 viewers a night. And he would go on live every day. It's like he was the original troll. Like, he didn't care if he had 10 people in the live or 0. He was trashing Carol Baskins. You want to talk about me? Carol Baskins is doing the same thing. She's breeding and selling her tigers, and she killed her husband. Ask Carol Baskins where her husband is. Where's your husband, Carol? It's like, dude. Yeah, Tiger King that shit was crazy. I haven't watched the last episode. Okay, I want to get to this because, Kev, I don't know. Did you watch On My Block?
Just like one episode, and that was it.
Okay. Charles, did you watch it?
Like I've said, but with less interest.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can't. I don't know, bro.
Okay. Well, first off, to counteract, because
I like the black guy. He's kind of quirky, but yeah.
Because what Charles put, I'm gonna show y'all what y'all. Hold on. Will it focus? Focus. Hopefully you can see it. It says, "On My Block." That junk boring. To counteract that, you told me to watch Castlevania.
And you found out one?
Snooze fest.
Wow. I don't.
Oh my!
Uh,
Oh my! I was first off. I can tell you this one part because that was when I was most attentive, and then I've had to restart every episode I started because I fell the fuck asleep. and I'm talking about like sitting straight up at my desk like I am now, trying to pay attention. The very first episode, a few minutes in, it's like, okay, we got skulls on the pikes. Okay, this might be something. And then she walk in, and then 3 minutes later, I like you. What? She talking shit. Does she not know this is Dracula, nigga?
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, 5 minutes in, yeah, I like you, human. You're different. If this ain't the Twilightiest shit I've seen in a minute. Okay, so but let me ask y'all, because since y'all only watched the one episode of On My Block, I did get through 4 episodes of Castlevania by the grace of God.
Can we talk about why we didn't like On the Block?
Yeah, go ahead. And then I'm gonna tell you exactly why I liked it. Go ahead.
That's fine.
Because y'all didn't even try. You watch the episode, it's like,
I'm sorry.
It's terrible. I fought to get through 4 episodes of Castlevania. Do you feel me? I was fighting everything inherently because I literally turned it on. It's like my brain usually don't flip that switch that quick. It's like, this is bullshit. And I didn't turn it off. It's like, you know what? Charles said I would like it. And there was like that one scene. It was like, when he's like, you have 1 year after this. It's like, okay, we doing something in the very next. And then the 1 year passed. It's like, yeah. But go ahead. Let's talk about On My Block first. Let's start there.
You didn't stop? That's when everything blew up.
That was it. I've had to fight through them 4 episodes. But I got through 4 episodes. Explain to me how you decided this show is boring from 1 episode. Go ahead. Whoever want to start. It
just feels like cliche LA Spanish show. Just living through a high school life.
LA. Kendrick Lamar. I can't never meet Kendrick Lamar now because he's gonna shoot you. This is Bompton.
Well, I mean, and then it's like high school life that I don't know. It's not. This is like just comedy more so. So I can't really expect it to be like a something she was. Yeah.
Okay. No, go ahead. I'm listening, coach.
I like the black guy. He's cool.
There's like 2, I think, right? You mean the skinny one who wants to impress his dad, but he just scared of football. Yeah, true.
Kobe.
Are you done? Or
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, what a deep analysis. What
it was very deep. I'm very touched. It's like that.
Right.
I
definitely know why you didn't like it now.
I mean, I didn't think it was cliche. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of stuff like that. But I'm not really interested in like, I guess, urban kind of TV shows. So I didn't think the acting was okay. The choice of the cast was cool.
They're good actors.
Shut up, Charles.
It's just it
was Kevin Stern. Shut up. Go ahead, Kev.
Damn.
It'll be back to you.
No.
Go ahead, Kev.
I don't know, like it kind of reminds me like if like they had this lighthearted humor from like Stranger Things into like a I guess a Compton-esque California whatever. But I don't know, just I kind of don't care about what's happening to their best friend who joined the mafia or whatever. Just don't really care.
You said the mafia.
Whatever it was.
Like he Italian.
He's not Italian. He's like
That's
fucking.
how much he didn't pay attention. Okay.
No, I don't know what. I don't know what
Spanish
game.
mafia.
You're probably Mexican or something. I don't know.
All right.
But
are you done with your?
No, I'm not done.
Dive? Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
The girl who was like obsessed with her is pretty cute. I will say that. Yep.
Wait, what?
The girl who's like was like she came back from summer camp and she was like, "Wait, what happened?" What his name was Mario.
Monte?
Yeah, Monte. She was pretty cute. I will say that. And
you're not going to jail because she is in her 20s in real life, so you're okay.
Okay.
Wait, she's 20. I swear she was like maybe like 6.
The girl who played Jasmine is 30-3.
Who played Jasmine?
The one who wound up. Oh, right, y'all didn't get that far. The one who was, I'm gonna teach you. The big jump.
The Spanish girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I follow her on Instagram before I even watched the show, but she's not really good at acting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? You would appreciate her acting chops if you watch more than just one effing episode, Sir.
But like,
because she becomes a key piece and a great piece of this show.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll try, but like, I don't know. I'm not interested in that kind of humor and like just the genre, just the interest. Like, I don't know. I just like dark and gritty things, and I'm actually rewatching Daredevil instead. Yeah.
There's a show.
Okay, so back to Charles. What would you? Okay, go ahead, Charles.
It's called Black as Fuck, and
called Black as Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called #BlackAF, and I guess it's along with the series like Mixed and Black. I don't know if it's the same people. I found that one. That one was pretty cool.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Yeah. It's like me if I was rich and nonchalant and an asshole.
No, you're at least one of those things.
Nonchalant.
For damn sure.
Adrian, do you go on, Charlie?
I suggest if you guys want to look at that. Shit like that as well. I'm kind of into when it comes to like certain like reality type shows with humans included. That's not animated.
Wait, so are we talking about reality TV shows, or we're talking about like real life shows? Like real
life shows.
Okay, all right, cool. Because I don't really watch reality TV show, to be honest.
I don't either.
It's not a real life show, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I feel like it's all scripted. Just all scripted.
Oh, it's definitely scripted. Okay, so are y'all done? I guess. And what is Black AF about? Since we're there first.
I do not know. I just clicked on the joint and then.
How you suggesting shit? You don't even know what it's about.
Well, it's literally about a modern family, but it's kind of like vlog style type editing. So you get like hella zoom ups and ugly camera positions and shit. But it's clean though. It's not like off an iPhone. It's actually clean production. But it's just I don't know. I can't explain it. You just have to watch like the first 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's Black as Fuck.
AF. All
Black
right,
as
so
fuck.
I guess I'm gonna try to get into that. Okay, I'll try to get into that. So let me start by saying that On My Block is one of my favorite things. Okay. Why you put the hood on like you Slim and them? Cause you're not Eminem, you Slim and them, nigga. On My Block was a really good show. And here's spoilers. And I guess since these two Goombas will never watch it, I can just say what I'm gonna say.
Whoa.
Okay. It starts off with these four main characters. It eventually turns into 5 because Jasmine, the girl that you followed on Instagram and never even says is a bad actor or actress, she becomes a big character by the time this 3rd season comes around. And there's only 3 seasons.
She's already
there. Very, huh? What? What you say?
Nothing. Go on.
No, I didn't hear you. No, say it. No, say it. Cause
I was like, she's already big, but okay.
She's already what? Already big.
Big.
Wow. How mature of you, sir. But I will start by saying that I agree that certain points after watching the entire thing was like, what the hell? Monte was thirsty as hell. I hate Caesar. Fuck Caesar. # fuck Caesar forever.
Isn't that Mario's older brother, or that's the...
No. Ruby is Mario's younger brother. Right. And Oscar is fucking Caesar's brother. Caesar's the one that joined the gang, not the mafia. 2 very different things. One has pasta, one doesn't.
No, but like you said gang though. So what kind of gang? Is it like, are they like MS-13 or what?
Yeah, I mean like it's loosely based on. Okay, the writer actually like most of those stories are from people that she grew up around, and
stories, but the gang had to be made up for the show.
The gang was made up for the show, but it's like it's based off of real gangs that exist. Like 13th Street, whatever the case. And like I think in the show like 19th and the Santos, whatever. It'd probably be based off like different factions of MS-13 or something. Right. The whole
You know
idea
who
was
Kenya Barris is?
who?
Kenya Barris.
Kenya Barris?
Yeah.
I can't
No.
say I do off top.
I don't know.
Who Kenya Barris?
Oh, this the guy with about the show I'm talking about, and it's like a comedy spin on his life, I guess, and trying to maintain his family, but he doesn't maintain his family.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Where is the show?
But
yeah.
Anyway, what the? I literally just googled it. So
it's a
he's
black
supposed
man.
to. So he is supposed to be blackish, basically.
I wouldn't say that.
His wife's name is Dr.
multi-produced.
Rainbow Edwards Barris. Do you watch Blackish, sir?
No.
You niggas.
I don't like to support people of color.
I'm not editing that out.
It's a joke.
I'm not editing that out. In fact, I might make that the cold open, nigga.
No, bro. It's a joke. What the fuck?
Just out of spite for saying that stupid shit.
It was. All right, look, all you snowflakes listening, it's a fucking joke.
Snowflakes? Oh
Right.
my god, just stop talking. Let me finish my goddamn review.
Is it really?
What, Charles?
Is it a joke?
What?
What?
Hold on.
I'm so confused. Okay, but look, anyway, as I was saying, what is happening?
So what we're doing, or are we still talking about?
I was trying to talk about On My Block before he pulled up this human that we were supposed to care about in that moment. But my only real critique of it is that the ending was hot buns. Hot buns. Like, they did all of that build up, and then I feel like they could have gone another season, or like they didn't have to age them up the way that they did. And then some of the leaps in logic were terrible, because like the black guy that Charles liked, the entire show he's not trying to play football because he hates it. He winds up playing one game and gets one touchdown because through some really weird circumstances. But at the end of the show, it's like they do like a 3-year time jump, and now he got a mustache and an earring, and he's a cool kid. And now he's on the football team. It's like, whoa, nigga, what? How did we get here? And then him and Ruby ain't friends no more. But then Ruby and Jasmine are together now. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I mean, and it's interesting that you brought up the Stranger Things comparison to some degree.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that it's like exactly like directly or what's it called. But you can see like the similarity in character and like character building to some degree.
Yeah, definitely.
But the most similar one would be like Ruby. Like Ruby in this show is Will in the other show. It's just like a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, does he like get like screwed over all the time? Is that the thing?
Yeah. I mean, like, the show really is good. Like, I wish y'all were just, like, slightly more open-minded because, like, the irony in it is really like, how it begins and how it ends is really dope. But, like, Ruby is Will Byers in the sense that Will, like, can't catch a break with the quote-unquote upside down.
Right.
And that Ruby in this show, he winds up, like, from, like, episode 1, he's happy he has his room, then his grandmother's moved into the room. So we don't have his room. Then once he gets his room again, he got a friend, the mom's friend's daughter is moving in with them, but he likes her. They finally dance and whatever because they like each other. And then homeboy, and then because Caesar was a bitch and then pulled a trigger on a move, on a hit, then they come back and Ruby tries to save her and turns her around, and he gets shot in the chest with a collapsed lung, but the bullet goes through him and still kills Shawty. So then he's dealing with like PTSD from everything. And he's still in the hood. Oh my God. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really dope. And then like he's going through this whole depression thing and they're trying to pull him out of it. You got Jamal, who's the weird one, who's basically Charles, and he's trying to find this money that was hidden from this gang, years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's actually and it's really dope because if you pay attention, the very first time that you see one of the hints, it say we all fall down, whatever. I piece it together immediately. It's like it's in the football field. but he goes on this whole and then eventually it's on the actual football field. So it's really cool. And then you got, overall, they're like at the very beginning of the show, it's like, we're trying to save Caesar from having to kill somebody to be a part of the gang. Like once you kill somebody in the gang, that means you're, you're officially in, you get the tattoo, shave your head, all that. And he let dude live. But the whole idea was they were like, no, we can't kill anybody because that makes us no better than the actual gang that we're trying to get him out of. And then towards the end, they were all ready to go and kill the woman, like the big boss or whatever. But then somebody else did it for them. But ironically enough, they were a part of it, Right. So changing them. She was like, the big brother, low-key, he's my favorite. He's one of my favorites. Spooky, Oscar. The one who pulled up and with the bald head and get in the car, we got business, whatever. He actually had a good ending to his story. I liked it. It was a good show. I'm sad y'all ain't open minded, man. I thought y'all would enjoy it, but it's a coming of age story. You might not enjoy that type of stuff. I'm not saying I enjoy all of them, because some of them just like, this is dumb, but it was enough. I can be real and say there were some bad moments overall, but it was better than it wasn't. So yeah. Music select. Oh, y'all know how I'm about music selection, but y'all don't listen to black people music either. So there's that. But no, like, do y'all even know who 070 Shake is?
No,
I heard like 3 songs.
You know Glitter?
I know. Wait, know something.
They had Glitter, like this. You know how sometimes a song can make a moment for any movie or show, whatever. And it just helped make the moments that were you could tell as the characters were developing, how the song was relevant. It was really good, guys. But
I'll try watching it again. Yeah.
No, don't waste your time. It's so boring.
Okay, that was Charles. I didn't say it was boring. I just stopped watching it.
All right. So meanwhile, now we can get on to why you people like Castlevania. I might try again.
Violence.
Huh?
Destruction.
Violence.
Demons. Story. Actually, the story was meh.
Yeah, the story is...
I've known enough about vampires and Castlevania type stuff.
Story is not.
So it's nothing incredible. It's something I would figure. But I at least watch the last fight between Alucard and Dracula. At least that'll make up for whatever. You can skip. I don't care. Season 2 is a good build-up. It's a better story of when he gets his council of vampires and it's like them versus humans at that point. And then everybody goes to war. That's what makes things interesting, because then it's like on some Joe Exotic shit, right? Dracula starts to lose his shit. Everybody's like, all right, we're gonna have to pull up on Dracula.
He starts to lose his shit.
Okay, he already lost it, but
bro, the first 4 episodes, homie is out here blowing churches in town.
Well, I would too if somebody killed my wife.
But you say he started to lose his shit in the second season.
Oh, more so than what he, because his life was based on revenge, and to the point where he's like, oh, damn, I didn't really do shit in my life, and then shit just blows up.
Spoilers.
I don't give a shit about spoilers. I'm gonna try to watch it, but it don't matter. I'm not one of those people. If I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch whole reviews and be like, oh, okay, cool. And I'll still watch, be like, yeah, that was pretty good. I hated it. I'm not that person. However, also, don't you dare tell me to watch something and then be like, why did you like it? But then within the first 3 seconds of your review, the story's pretty meh.
Wait, have I said that once?
No, he just did. He was like, y'all was like, why don't you like it? Violence and this and that. It's like, but the story was pretty meh. Don't roast me for struggling through the first couple of episodes.
I mean, I like it's not
mainly like a 7. This is good.
No, I don't think so, because it's not 7's average. I don't know.
7 is average. I think 5 is average.
I think 7. I think 7's average in my opinion.
7's like average plus. 8's good. 9's stellar, and 10's perfect. I feel like that's how most people view it. Anything that's like a 5 is like shit.
5 and below was like, why you make this?
Basically, yeah.
I think for me, like, the biggest thing I like about the show is like the art and its animation. It's like really fucking pretty. Like, just that's one of the reasons why I watch it. I will say the story is not like, it's not compelling. You know, it's not compelling per se. I do like the characters, but they're not really that original in a sense. I mean, I do like Alucard, but and I do like the dynamic of season 2 with Alucard and I forget the other guy name, the Belmont, but the Belmont. But it's more like it's kind of like this show is more like if you like anime or you like watching fantasy things or you just want to
watch a lot of stuff, but I'm telling you, I was struggling, G.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll try to watch it again, but I swear, this shit is great nap fodder. Like, all right, so what's next? Because I'll try to watch it again.
I'll watch a few more episodes of Honestly Block.
No, I don't force yourself. You flat out after one episode that John boring.
I am with most shows. If they don't compel me to an extent.
Okay, so question in that regard. If you didn't like On My Block, did you like Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you like about Stranger Things?
I like the environment. I like the 70s type thing, the 60s, 70s.
80s, nigga.
80s, yeah.
Same shit. Like, I'm not good with the years of the actors. I don't even know actors' names. Anyways, I like the characters.
Millie
Brown. You don't know Millie Bobby Brown and Finn Wolfhard?
David Harbour.
David Harbour. And Winona Ryder, sir. Put some respect on their names, bro.
She's the big sister, right? For Mike. Winona Ryder.
I think she.
All I care about is Dustin. Mom. Anyways, Dustin, the homie. And
who do you say you care about?
Dustin.
Oh, weird ass nigga.
You guys have the same vibe. Not gonna lie.
Nah, they don't. Nah.
Okay.
Charles is way creepier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like Stranger Things.
Like the story. Yeah.
So you realize that Stranger Things is nothing but a nostalgic trip of a ripoff, right? Of cliches. You understand that, right?
To
80s is all nostalgia. It's Steven Spielberg influenced heavy. To the point that they put posters of Steven Spielberg movies in the shit, in the background. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, it was great setting.
Terminator.
Flat out was like, we like Steven Spielberg. To the point that I'm a huge fan. I love me some Stranger Things, but even the title is reminiscent of some old Spielberg whatchacoms. Like you know that, right?
Wait, Spielberg or Stephen King?
Stephen King. There we go. Whatever. Okay. You get the point. It's old white people make way more money from the same stories. What'd you say?
Said Steppenwolf.
Stephen King. Nobody says shit about bum ass Steppenwolf.
Wow.
Steppenwolf is the worst.
The fucking Lupin.
And they said, the mother box. You were born of her. What? Why is your voice like that? Who voiced him?
Some guy with a big check.
My man was making hella touchdowns though. My man said, "Put me on the field, coach."
What? What are you talking about?
I remember when he was pulling up on the Archangels, the Valkyries, and then he was just trucking everybody.
Honorable. Who voiced Steppenwolf? Hold on, because for him to be a new god or whatever, he was fresh buns.
What god? What kind of god was he? Like God of War or something?
Yeah,
bro. The fact that I googled Steppenwolf and a band comes up first shows you how buns he is as a character. Google suggests a band before a fictional supervillain. That's how you know you butt. And that's who they pick. Yeah, Steppenwolf is a fictional supervillain appearing in comic books published by DC Comics, created by Jack Kirby, and his first appearance in New Gods #7. He originated from Apocalypse, played by Kieran Hines. Who the hell is that? Oh, he looks like he sounds like that. Wow.
Played by Kieran Hines?
Yeah.
Saren? Yeah.
He was in Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh, that's right, because he's 6'7".
Hey. Agent 47, Persuasion, Tinker, Tailor Soldier, Munich. I ain't watched none of these shits.
Yeah, I didn't watch Tinker.
Rome, that was a show to right. Didn't watch that. Race to Witch Mountain, terrible. Frozen, absolute ass. Phantom of the Opera, nobody watched that. John Carter, worst Disney movie ever.
It looked cool.
John Carter.
It looked
the
cool.
idea was better than the actual movie.
Like, no one talks about it. I remember when there was like trailers showing all that shit. It looked really cool, but then like it's like a.
It would have been better animated.
Okay.
To me, would have been better animated, and that's when everybody was trying to make Taylor Kitsch a thing or whatever. Oh yeah, Willem Dafoe was in that, and so was Junie.
Wait, William Dafoe was in what?
And John Carter.
Oh, for real?
Stars Tarkus.
Oh.
Bryan Cranston was in that. What?
Oh shit! Holy fuck!
Do you remember Junie from Spy Kids?
Oh, that guy.
He was in there.
Oh.
What movie was that? Did y'all have me watch that, or did I watch that over Will and them's?
What movie?
The green something.
Green Hornet.
No, that movie was.
Yeah, it was.
Green Inferno.
The Green Inferno. Oh, green! Why are people greenlighting this?
That was like what, 2006 or something?
No, that one was like 2012, 2014.
Was that like a horror movie or what?
It
was a farce of ridiculousness.
So Native Mayans still.
I told you 2013.
Oh damn!
An hour and 43 minutes. And the people, they were like, I remember when they went to come, they were like, oh, Eli Roth.
Wait, is it that movie where like it's like in like it's in historic past and it's about Mayans basically?
No, that was a Apocalypto. That was a good movie. My man, that was fucking good. Nah, Green Inferno was like a college kids joining the green, like some Green Party type campaign, and you know how like they do like different clubs and shit. So this is like a Green Party type club. So they wanted to help liberate the forest and do like what's it like some Red Cross type shit, like help
they were
people.
going to basically make because they were there were these people who were tearing down the rainforest, and these college kids were going to going down there to tie themselves to the trees and say, you know, because there were native civilizations that they wanted to save, quote unquote. And what basically happens is they successfully tied themselves to the chains or whatever, you know, to the trees or whatever.
Right.
But then it was all like a setup and they had it all filmed, whatever. But then the plane crashes. And some of them died like immediately, gruesome deaths. Like a whole tree was just through dude's chest. It's like, okay, that happened. Cool. Then
man got said, huh? And then the fucking blade just clipped him.
No, and then right after that, these painted humans came out from the woodwork, and I mean the literal bushes. Like they were as crispy as me and Charles. You should have been able to see them in them bright ass leaves because the sun was blazing. You should have been able to see them, and some of them were painted yellow. Even I don't know where they got.
No, it was just that general. Everybody was just red.
True, but they popped out the woodwork. And then they were just kidnapping and darting niggas in the side of the face. Like, and then they woke up in a, first off, that's one of the worst traps ever made because it was made out of wood. Nobody was like, you know what, let me try to hulk out for a minute and just like kick this joint over. I mean, I know I'm big and I thought I could do it, but you know, like, it's wood. It's wood. Break that shit. But they basically had people guarding over these. Well, first off, they had children. It was old people that were blind to the little kids that were just savage, just freaking savage. And they were all cannibals. So basically, they looking at these white people like, we got fresh steaks out this piece, bro. And like they did various things, like the little white girl had to take a shit. And right, it was like she had to use the bathroom, and they like humiliated her and made her and laughed at her, whatever. And then the one person was like, "Hey, there's a hole that one of us can get through in the top of this jump." And they kind of lifted him up, and then he got like arrowed in the face or some shit. Like it was something real ridiculous and extra. But he died, and so they were like, "Well, I guess we're gonna roast him up first." And one of them had whatever type of weed it was. I don't know why you bought weed to a Let's Save the Planet.
They're college kids.
Form.
What do you expect?
But still, what they did was they put this weed inside of the person's body before they pulled it out. And as they were roasting this person, like charbroiling, flesh, the weed, of course, was burning and cooking, and all of them were loopy and high as a kite. And chuckling it up. But the children were flat out, like they were just hacking pieces of it off, like, bow, like, here's a toe for you. Here's a rib for you. Here's a spleen for you. And the kids are running around like with fat ass, like, phibias and shit. I have a chicken leg. Like, it was ridiculous. But basically towards the end of it, the guy who was quote unquote the leader of the group, we all thought that he died or something, but then like they do like a zoom. So mind you, they've never had record of this place existing before now, but now that they need to find him, they do like a zoom and enhance cliche on this area where he should be, and he's alive, and now he's covered in all the black paint that the original leader was covered in. So I guess they left it open to be like a sequel, but it was bad. They were like, and of course they were in the theaters like, oh, it was so disgusting that people were throwing up. He was sitting there drinking. It's like, bro, this is hilarious. Why would only white people would be involved in such a thing?
Right.
How many black people in that movie? Like 2?
Jonah.
It has 37% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
hold on.
Like it's far from outstanding.
I never heard of it, but I looked at the images. It looks like looks pretty cool. Oh, look at Charles stretching his butt.
Wow. So, what's next? Because we kind of got off.
We didn't really talk about, an update about the coronavirus in our wonderful country.
Man, niggas is dying. Next.
Right. Have you...
We all about to be infected.
Like,
the companies that are still open and labeling their people as essential don't really care.
Yeah.
They're not protecting us any more than they usually don't.
Right. Have you gotten the stimulus check yet?
We're not counting people's pockets, Kev. We don't talk about those things on the podcast.
I was asking.
We don't count people's pockets on the podcast, sir.
It's just a simple yes or no. No one's gonna knock on your door because you got one. Like, the fuck?
We don't count people's pockets on the podcast, sir.
All right, whatever. I mean, I didn't get
pockets.
I just asked him about the stimulus check, and now he's just telling me this.
Everybody gets $1,200. I just had to be responsible, so now I have maybe like 2 cents. But...
yeah, we don't count people's pockets on the podcast, sir.
Okay, just a simple question.
Anyway, no, the country sucks. It's gonna be. Did you see that? I never clicked on a link because it looked like it could be like clickbait and put some shit on your phone. But something that there was information intercepted that said like closer to 21 million people died in China. Did y'all see that?
20 million people died.
No, okay.
China might be at like 100 now because some.
Well, that they report, even though, but people can jack numbers anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But more people gonna die if people don't pay attention.
They already reopened partially the Jackson, Florida beaches.
Yeah, and in Florida and I think Georgia, or is it Texas?
Probably certain parts. I just know about Florida.
Florida.
And there was just like
America
from 6 to 11, y'all can have some free time, and from 5 to 8, y'all can fish, walk, or exercise on the beach. You just can't sit or sunbathe. You can go swimming.
We should just
like, there's not enough police to enforce the 6 feet. We're really about to have whole families of 12 kids out there just running down and just racing and swimming. They don't got to sit. They just need to walk. I mean, I guess I get it. Somebody said cabin fever. I play weird.
Cabin fever, man, they'll be begging. Once they have to go back to work, they'll be begging to be sitting at the house. Yeah,
we should just...
No, that's exactly why. If anything, I think this virus low-key is kind of exposing how privileged, I guess, a culture we are in America. Because there is no reason that, like, certain... Like, not that I was in Italy, but I don't feel like they were like, oh, you know what, let's keep the pizza spots open. Like, I feel like it was, like, grocery only for a certain amount of hours. And that's how they did. But they did shut everything down immediately, damn near. It wasn't just, like, they shut everything down. So, like you were able to go and get food, but stay in your house. So, here in America, Postmates and Uber Eats and DoorDash is popping. Restaurants are still open, so you can get your, you can get your That's the thing. People ordering dumb stuff. Like, do y'all know how many orders I'd have made this week of just twists, bruh? I am so tired of niggas ordering cinnamon twists, and that's it. $14.82 for some cinnamon twists. That is at least some grits and a decent protein at a grocery store. Like, be real.
Cinnamon twists are pretty good, but
that alone,
I would order something else.
That's essential. I'm taking it from this aspect of that my company is telling me that I'm an essential employee, and they haven't said anything about giving us extra hours or
quarantine pay,
extra time, quarantine pay, hazard pay, anything else. I got a letter just in case if I get pulled over, and it's and you can say, oh, I actually am allowed to be on here because whatever. I'm an essential employee. I'm headed home. Not that I would be out the house anyway if I wasn't working, because I'd be in the house. My lifestyle was quarantined from here. But then I'm coming to work and people still ain't wearing masks. Like, now they just made it official that now every shift you have to wear a mask, like literally just yesterday. But you still got customers coming up and yanking on. We got signs in Spanish and English in 82 Helvetica with the number and what the process is. And people still walking up, yanking on the door, banging on the door, cussing and having attitudes, not wearing masks, not wearing gloves, not respecting the 6 feet distance. I
got to pull up and get my letter. I don't know if it's still in my office. I don't know, it just had my name and address. I was like, okay, I'll be there eventually.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. I honestly forgot to text you about it. My bad. But it's like you have like, and I'm not trying to be funny. I work in a county that's like, I work in Montgomery County.
Okay.
Montgomery County is one of the hotbeds in what's it called right now in Maryland, and then I come back home up here in Beemore, and Beemore County and City are another hotbed. It's like, bruh, this shit is ridiculous. It's like I don't want to be out there, but then you don't. It's like there's been no for what if I decide I want to stay home during this, because I have had I've had respiratory issues for all up until the last couple years of my existence. It would affect it could affect me the most. What if I want to say I'd rather stay home during this time until everything passes? But there's nothing that's been communicated about how they handle those things. So I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thinking it.
Definitely.
And then I'm not trying to be funny. We're making that much more money. Last night we did $50 short of $9,000.
That's a lot.
$50 short of $9,000, and then so that was Tacoma Park, and then down Hyattsville, the MIT down there, he came through. He was like when he left, and like an hour before, they were sitting at 7,200. Within College Park, because the kids ain't there,
right?
It's barely pulling 3,
right?
And then you got people not coming to work or whatever. It's like, it's like there's no real, like, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't feel like I should be labeled as essential for some pizza, and then people ordering dumb stuff. Let me get a white sauce, half spinach, half meat, with banana peppers and roasted red peppers. It's like, you understand, like, these 3 vegetables on this pizza ain't gonna build your immune system, right, stupid? Right. But then, like, you got these people, like this one person every Monday, hi, Kyle, get out the camera, get down. But you got this one group every Monday, and now they've added a protein. They order 6 salads, so a box of salads with double sauce for each of them, with 2 packets of sauce for each of them, and 1 container of boneless wings. Every Monday. You want to know how I know? Because since this has happened a few weeks ago, where we started quote unquote quarantining, I open Mondays, and they're like the 3rd order I get every Monday.
Did they pay for it?
Of course.
Yeah, and it's like $60.
Oh no.
It's like, I'm saying, it's like 48 something, and then if they tip, that's the other wild part. There are people out here, like, legit drivers, like, literally, we keep a decent amount of drivers in the store. So first off, there's more than 10 people in that bitch, Anyway,
yeah, definitely,
for sure. But then drivers are taking like $800 to $900 worth of orders a night, and then, you know, like 70, 80 miles a night. So they're getting paid decent, but then there are people who are still not tipping a dime.
Dude, there are some people who just don't think tipping should be a thing.
It's like, I just don't find it, I find that to be ridiculous and highly callous. And then I think that's a part of it with the carryout orders that we get. I feel like people are like, well, we're paying you, so, you know, you know, like you owe whatever. It's like, no, I'm out here risking my health. You're doing it because you decided you want a pizza today. I have no choice. Like, I didn't ask to be labeled as essential. You know, I got, you know. I know for y'all, it's pretty much the same too, and it's a little worse because, huh?
Did you just throw up?
Nah, I blew my nose.
The way you did it was like...
I thought you took a sip or something.
Nah, I was sipping wine on the last one. I don't care.
That's fine.
But I can't sip wine today because I have to go to my essential job in a few hours. It's ridiculous. And I did an open and close yesterday.
Oh God!
15 of them things, cuz.
15 hours.
Yeah. 15 hours and 7 minutes, B.
I would never do that.
I had to because my body just shut down on Thursday. Like, I was so tired, and then I wound up moving around anyway. So I haven't had nearly my regular amount of rest this week, or just like chill, lay back time.
Right.
It's been ridiculous, but. And I know for y'all, it's pretty much this. I mean, I'm sure it's a little different, but pretty much the same because y'all are in actual medical facilities. I would not be doing it.
Well,
we haven't blown up yet. I mean, it's still floating around. Like, people have been sick, but nothing extravagant to be like a word like, oh my God, everybody gets tested now. It's kind of like, if you get symptoms, come on by and get tested. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, for me, like, not a lot of patients have been coming, so I just keep on rescheduling appointments and making all these dumb telephone calls, and it's just like,
which is dumb. Like, it should literally just be an understanding. Until further notice, the appointment is canceled. When things are back to normal, we will contact you to reschedule. And it could be as simple as that. But when you work for some of these corporations and companies that just want $1.
Yeah.
Nothing about the people that are actually in there doing the work and busting their ass and having to deal with said customers or whatever. That's what you get, you know. Because I had one of the drivers legit asked me last night. He was like, "They pay you good?" And I told him, I said, "Bro, I don't make 14 here." He was like, "What?" I told him I don't make 15. My bad. I told him I don't make $15. He was like, "What? For as hard as y'all work, at least you know, like as hard as you and there's one other person that does a lot of work there. That's not Eric. It's like, man, well, I'm saying because Eric be putting in work,
of course,
but he don't get paid enough. And I mean, nobody does for real for any job that they do, unless you're like a rapper, I guess maybe. I'm saying
a rapper,
like, a doctor, like
famous YouTuber. I think so. Like,
let's not comment on that. No, because we all know some YouTubers who don't have the sub count that they should or the viewership that they should that are out here killing it. Like we're all subscribed to people that are low key like killing the game and really good at their craft, but they don't have the 1 million whatever subs that somebody else does for doing some big wild dumb shit.
I don't know, because I mean, like those like like OG YouTubers, they make a lot of money now if they're like.
Right, I literally know a YouTuber who does gameplay, and he's been doing this since 2012.
Right,
and he's one of the most solid. Like, he interacts with the fans. He interacts with the fans. He does montages. He includes the comments. He roasts a bunch of comments. He completes every game that he plays, and will play games and do polls and play games that he's not even good at, but will put up whatever the gameplay is, because he understands like we laugh at that stuff, and legit. Doesn't have 500, like barely has 500,000 between two channels. And he runs both and keeps gameplays on them often. Has been doing a podcast for like 4 years and it's like 400 some episodes in.
Wow.
And it's all like gaming, like gaming related. It's crazy.
Right.
But it's like, man, And I swear, like, I go back and watch his old playthroughs like a TV show. What in the haberdashers and hemoglobins is this background?
I like it. It's really cool.
There's a game called My Friend Pedro.
My Friend Pedro?
Yeah.
Wow.
Racist.
Yeah, My Friend Pedro.
Isn't
it? Well, I think it's a banana called Pedro, and he's like a floating sentient banana. And
a banana called.
You end up getting like slow down time powers, and you pretty much pull up on people with guns, and you start doing flips and shit. It's
pretty Rick and Morty, but cool.
I don't watch that show.
I like it for what it is. I only watched like season 1, but eventually I'll get into it.
I don't even know what it is. It's
supposed to be the smartest TV show in the world, apparently.
You know what show was wasted on children? The Adventures of Gumball.
I didn't like that. No. Wait, Gumball. That's a great show.
That show was wasted on children.
Why?
Because they didn't get half of the jokes in that show.
Half of them flew over their heads. Yeah.
Like for us, we could watch this like, hey yo, that is hilarious. That's deep. Like actually get a what's-it-come out of it. Some kids probably watch this like, yeah, goofy.
Right.
Big mixed out. It's like, nah, that was crazy, bro. Like, that's real. That's real shit, man. But
you can skip over Mortal Kombat Legends. Maybe when we have like an animated session, we'll talk about different genres. I do want to watch that one.
So
right now, I think it's just like a straight to DVD or digital movie, so that's like $20.
Absolutely not.
Wait,
I was relying.
I'm trying to see. I thought it was on Netflix at first. That's what it said, but all I could find was like buy here now. I was like, ooh.
What show you guys are talking about?
You're talking about that Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge that he wanted to avoid.
You like it because the art's similar to Castlevania, and then of course everybody knows the story, but it's more savage, I guess. I think it'd be interesting. Bloodshot, I can't recommend because once I finished it, I looked at like a video of the comic background of Bloodshot, and basically Bloodshot was like a rated R, Deadpool, Deathstroke, Batman type character with nanite powers. No, I'll take that back. He's like Wolverine basically with nanite powers and has the brooding emotions of Batman and Deathstroke. So this man was just a main savage, and he was like I could karate chop your arm off and just don't care. In the movie, he doesn't do nothing.
So basically, Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the most satisfying part was when he just kicked the guy into the car. Right? That was it.
You know what's interesting about Vin Diesel? If you think about it, his most prominent role, other than in his the Fast and Furious, is I Am Groot, and I preferred that more. And it's like I feel like that's his best work ever, and it's very kind of ironic.
I think
his best work is Iron Giant, sir.
I think they should have followed. I think that's Hollywood's fault. I think they should have followed the comics, because in this one segment, it's when he's getting his nanite powers. He pretty much just got strikered or weapon X'd, and this man was just hooked up, and then they inject the nanites, and this man's body basically melts into ash. So this man is burnt to a crisp, and then the nanites resurrect him from the dead. This shit was crazy.
That sounds like bullshit.
But in the TV show, he already had the nanites. Like they don't introduce how he got them. I guess they injected to him, but there's nothing.
There was really
crazy.
no real to it.
Yeah,
there's a TV show. I didn't know that.
For Bloodshot.
Yeah, for Bloodshot.
That's what I heard. I didn't research it.
Oh, okay.
Is it new?
No, I have no idea.
What I will say is, I think Deadpool was great, but I think what it did, I would like very few like cartoons that are popular or as popular as Deadpool really require a level like a rated R story.
Had it been rated R and they followed the comics more, I think Bloodshot would have been a good 8. The way I imagine it, I would have just been like all the way straight story with it. But of course, you got to do it right too. I think I would have made Bloodshot a more brooding actor. Not brooding, but somebody that matches his physique. So like Superman basically. And then I would have applied the gray color because he was actually gray, and then he had the red eyes.
Okay, so who else would you have liked to see in the role? because he can't. I mean, from what you're saying, like personality wise,
yeah.
I don't know who else you could get to play it. Like, just I'm thinking of like actors. What's it called?
Yeah.
The Rock could probably fit the build, but he's too charismatic.
Yeah,
he's annoying.
I mean, it would have been a good challenge to see him as a whole brooding. I'm gonna kill you. You killed my wife.
But he is supposed to be Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
Black Adam's somewhat charisma, but he's more so like silent, strong. Shazam.
It's not
but that could work for The Rock.
Right.
But if you're saying like he had,
but Bloodshot's not a goofy character either. He's like the strong silent type, but he also I'm
saying like who else in Hollywood would you have liked to see as that role? It's more popular to bring in a recognizable face and name to something other than, just a brand new actor and let's try it out. So who else would you have liked to see try to play it? Crickets, I guess no one.
Yeah, I can't think. I was because the problem is matching the physique of the character. And then matching because what's his name did good for The Witcher, and he did a pretty
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
I don't like him.
He would have done a good job. That's the only other person I could think of. He did a good Witcher. I liked his Witcher.
I have to watch it. I haven't been excited about it.
So
if you like the games are more compelling, you can compare the two. If you like the games, you like the show. So it's one of those things, but it also is its own story because they time skip a lot, so it's not going to be accurate with the games. Mm-hmm. So it's going its own way, but it's still within the same universe a little bit.
So the Bloodshot is basically like this super soldier with nanites, and he shoots guns, and he
was in the army and then got discharged, and then or the mission failed or some shit, and then basically shit like some rogue corporation that's making like mechanized soldiers, they kidnap him, inject him with nanites. And then he becomes Bloodshot because they were wiping his brain each mission, and that specific, syndicate, they were making him target other people. In this movie, I don't know if it's different from the story. In the movie, he was making him target his old coworkers, the lab guy. His name's Guy. So, each kill that he would do, it was like somebody on like his old team or whatever. Right. And so when he comes back to base, he'll rewrap his memory and make him play out the whole segment of he was in the army, he was doing his last mission, he saves the day, and then blacks out, gets discharged, and then he's with his wife, and then this random Russian team comes in, kidnaps his wife, tries to kill him, then he gets shot in the neck with a dart, falls asleep, wakes up in a basement somewhere, and then they shoot his wife, but his wife was actually alive this whole time. And they've been doing the same brainwashing technique for 5 years. And he never broke out of it until, I guess, one of the chicks actually cared. But it didn't make sense. It took you 5 years to care. I can see if it was like 6 months. All right.
Like, that's enough.
It's developed. Yeah. But it took you 5 years. I mean, I'd have to research if that specific character came within the same time of the last year of when things were going on. But yeah, I'd have to do more research on Bloodshot.
Okay, so quick question: how do y'all feel about Altered Carbon?
I haven't seen it.
I need to watch more, but I did watch the anime joint. I was almost finished, and then I forgot about it. But I liked it. I like the style. I like the universe. I like that you can live life infinite technically through skins. That's the one we're talking about, right?
Yeah. So, I started with the show and then I realized it was an anime. So I'm thinking I'm gonna watch the cartoon or the anime first.
Yeah.
And then go to
it's different universes. They don't
cartoon anime, it's all animated.
No,
they don't connect.
Anime is different from cartoons.
Because it's artwork. I'm sorry to insult your crayons.
But
no, I'm just making fun. I'm not insulted at all.
But I'm gonna get into the show eventually. But I'm gonna finish the animated one first. But they're both cool as shit.
I started with the live one, as I said, and it's really good. But like each episode, I guess because there's like they're doing a good job of world building. I think I'm like on episode 4 right now. But it's so much like you could mess around and miss one piece of information and it winds up being relevant almost immediately. So it's like I have to pay, like it requires a lot of attention And sometimes when I get home, I just want to be trying to like chill, watch dumb shit. Speaking of, I gotta watch the next episode of that Harley Quinn show.
The Harley Quinn. Yeah, I want to watch that show. It sounds really something.
Look who turned up.
Huh?
My man ran up with the FedEx box. What the fuck?
Somebody ran off on the plug.
Nah, man.
What happened?
I ordered from my mom is here, but the way my man, he said, my man had the boxes. What the fuck?
He literally did the RDC World one.
Basically.
Dropped the toe. Run. That's too slow.
Like shit. Where is it? Yeah, I'll take Garden. I'll get into that.
Okay. Well, yeah, Kev, you might. I mean, I would think you would like it, but what do I know?
Like what?
Altered Carbon. What do I know? You thought On My Block was terrible, and then
I didn't say that. I haven't even finished. I did. That's not how I sound like. And I saw I'll watch it.
I didn't say it was terrible. It's not appealing because of the story type. I feel like I've seen enough of like LA, Compton, Bompton.
Well, I haven't watched a whole bunch of LA shit because
to me, yeah, I feel you. So to me, it's kind of like I'm used to it. I mean, I'll give it a chance.
Felt more grounded, you know, like it was kids trying to figure it out. It wasn't grown ass niggas.
That's true, right?
You know,
shooting the dice, drinking the.
I'm stuck in the hood, man. Like I've been doing this shit for 18 years. I'm angry at life, and the system failed me. It's like, but at what point did you decide to try to get out? It was last week, according to this timeline, right? So, are you really? Well, why are you upset? You've already killed how many people's aunties by selling these drugs to them? Like, and I'm supposed to feel sympathy for you now. No. These kids wasn't even out here smoking. They were just like, bro, we innocent. We just trying to be studious and shit. Our friend's brother is stuck he got out early. We're just trying to save his life real quick. And then we ain't trying to kill nobody, but then because our friend's brother is stuck in the hood, you know, in the mafia or the gang, we might have to do some questionable shit, you know? And then there's this little teen love story that's actually decent. Yeah. And then it all turns to shit. You know, it didn't end happy either. That was kind of the cool part. They always end, you know, he was a success story. He made it out the hood. He started a Fortune 500 company. What in the fresh hell are you doing? It's like, Charles, you didn't see that.
Are those new, Kevin? Are those the Kraken headphones?
Yeah.
Head has gone for the theme. Dude, I am Razor. Team Razor, huh? Goddamn.
It's cool. I love it.
I ain't hating. First you got the mic, now you got the headphones. Now you just waiting on the camera.
Well, no, he got the Yeti.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Kevin, like, oh, they have a Razor mic? All right, let me set this back.
All right.
I mean, I've always been hip to Razor. I think they're cool, but you know,
they're good. Just take care of them because I know the headphones they fray somewhat faster. I mean, it should last you a year, 2.5 at most. Just try to take care of it. Not a year. Okay, maybe 2 years. A lot of people like 2 years, but some people they'll bug out in like 6 months. And it's like,
for real? Oh damn.
Yeah, just because what's your cord? Is it plastic or layered?
It's it has threads, so I guess it's layered.
It's plastic.
That's more durable. Yeah.
Plastic's more durable.
No, the thread.
No, the thread.
Oh, okay. What did you say, Dre? Sound like you said something about.
I said plastic. Kev bought it. Kev was like, ooh.
Like, you know, I'm gonna get a lighter and like see how. Let's do the Let's Play challenge.
Shiny.
Right.
Click.
I'm just gonna probably use this for like this.
Like
all right. So what games do y'all have on P4?
On P4.
Right now, I've been playing Borderlands 3 barely. I mean, it's on and off. Xenoverse 2.
I'm talking about like we can hop on together.
I don't have any games to hop on together, to be honest. Yeah. I don't have any. I don't have any. I only have like single player games, really.
Division 2 every now and then.
Division? Oh, Tom Clancy jump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we gotta find something because I got one coming now. So
what are you thinking?
P4. I don't know.
Oh, you got it coming. I thought you like you have a game coming. I was like, oh.
No, I never got y'all. I'll never get y'all to play 2K. That'll just never happen.
That's never gonna happen.
I would love for that because that could be the funniest shit ever. Our records would be terrible, but the games, the recordings would just be.
I mean, 2K21 about to be out in like 6 months. I might as well wait.
Man, 2K21 is not coming out at all.
Yes, it is. Watch. They already did 20.
They're not about to have the draft. They're not about to have the draft. 2K is supposed to be working on a football game
I
too.
didn't even think about that.
Like this season didn't finish, so there's some stuff that they won't be able to put in the game.
What is something gonna do? What is that? It is gonna affect the game.
2K is about like 2K like they might be able to work on their NFL game.
20.2 or something.
Literally, 2K's new content right now is just my team, like new my team stuff. They're not even patching any problems in my career right now.
I think this will be the wake up call. I'd hope they'd be like, let's make this game better, and then I hope this like it would be like.
But that's the thing. That's the problem right now is that because of all the whatchacoms and stuff, there aren't as many devs working right now. Yeah. So either they're gonna split their time between both, and we're gonna get a subpar game for both. And or one is going to be done, or we're not going to get either one because they're just going to try to keep upgrading this.
Sure.
I feel like, I mean, that would be great if they could go and hire more people, hire people, have them work on it from home. But that's not really, like a thing that they would do because they've shown it. Like they've put out incomplete games before. 2K has already put out incomplete WWE games, incomplete 2K, like NBA games before. And now they.
Do you have 20, or are you about to buy it when it comes?
What 20? Yeah, I got 20. I got 20 on. I mean, and that's the thing. I got it when it was really bad, and I know that they've made a lot of improvements to try to make the gameplay better. It is still not terrible, but there's some stuff that is very animation based, and you can still get trapped in animations that you might not have control over, or you'll take the same shot with the same energy 16 times. And you'll make 4 of them and then miss the next 12, but you'll get like, like some stuff is really good, but then sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes a glitch, it won't even be a glitch, but they'll do a patch, but then your jump shot don't work no more. The builds are always, I remember at one point the builds are literally, as long as you have the skill points, you can upgrade it. You can have a 99 overall for like every stat. Now it's like, you got to pick and choose what you want to be better at, build it, with the badge system. Some of the badges are effing useless. Some people don't know that, so people are wasting their badges, when there are those people who sit there for hours and have no life. And, I mean, honestly, if you get 2K20 or 2K21, like now is the best time to get 20 because the VC, like they cut all the prices for the virtual currency or whatever, so you can build a great, my team or whatever, if that's the mode you want to play. All the possible builds that could be made and the best badges for them are already out because somebody else has already done it and put a video up on YouTube. Because the one I'm using right now, I actually have one on P4 that's a 99 overall, but I only have like 20 some badges. The one I have right now has potential to have like 60 badges. And it's literally a matter of switching skills. So it's like it's ridiculous. But
I've been scrolling looking for like badass actors, ignoring your basketball talk.
Of course you have. You ignore everything about me until it matters to you, Kevin.
That is fucked up. That is not true. I've been paying attention for the most part, but then you started talking about NBA, and I was like, yeah.
Well, no, I was just saying that I was saying to Charles that if he decided to get the game, because the gameplay genuinely would be hilarious, because our records would be terrible online, but it genuinely would be hilarious.
Okay.
But yeah, anything else y'all want to chat about or set up for the next one?
When he mentioned about what other actor to play Bloodshot, I think Joel Brolin can definitely be that actor.
Who the hell is that?
Josh Brolin. He's the guy who played Cable.
Oh, Josh Brolin. I thought you said. I don't know what it sounded like. You said.
I knew it was somebody.
I think either Josh Brolin, Kurt Urban for like what he just said about like I guess like gritty dark character wise.
Carl Urban.
Yeah, Carl Urban. Did I say Kurt Urban? Kurt Urban. Kurt Urban. His evil twin.
Right.
But or maybe Tom Hardy, not Tom Hardy, but He's kind of funny, and
Yeah, he's more.
He's
Got
not-
a little bit too much charisma to him.
he is. Yeah, definitely. But for some reason on the list it says Final Fantasy VII, but I haven't played it, but I actually do have it.
Oh, no. What did you do?
But the thing is, like, I don't think Dre's into RPGs, so I don't think we should.
I'm into certain ones, but that ain't one of them.
Okay. Have you seen like the trailer at all for it? For Final Fantasy?
I think I've come across it like once or twice because of YouTube, but that's really it.
Okay, okay. But,
I mean, it's a game. I'm sure it'll be cool.
It looks really cool. I think it might be Game of the Year. To be honest.
But I'm waiting for GTA 6.
Yeah, it's in development. That's crazy.
I'm waiting for you. I saw something that said that it might be smaller than most of the other ones. It's like, hold on now.
It can't be.
Like, it literally can't be.
Yeah, it definitely has to be like, at least a bit bigger, I
think we'd be okay if it was the same size, but I low key want them to take their time and integrate cities that at least two of the cities that we've seen before and give travel between them. So that would be great.
That'd be cool. Sure.
GTA 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I like Los Santos. I want to go back to the game life with GTA. Because that's the most funniest and the most like savages. Versus like, all right, I'm a rich white guy that wants to retire, that did some shit. And then you got my man.
Hey, don't play with Michael, bro. He's one of the best characters that they've given.
I just don't like the background story. I mean, I don't know. Because he's like,
I don't think Michael was more so of the backstory. His was more so about what he became.
He became now, yeah.
Because by the end of it, he was the family man that he always wanted to come, and he got out of the game the right, the right way.
Right. Yeah.
Like he no loose ends type. If you went with the third option. If you didn't, spoiler alert, you're missing out. And if you didn't and you haven't played GTA 5 yet, what are you doing with your gaming life?
Nah.
You haven't played GTA 5, have you?
No, I played it like on friends' consoles, but never like actually decided to play it for the story.
It's been out for literally 8 years.
So?
I'm living because I got Red Dead 2 and I stopped like 25%.
But Red Dead was long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Long. Like,
I'm not really into shooters like that.
Red Dead was a literal.
I never played it, so I don't.
Mini series of movies, like long.
I don't know. I'd rather play Red Dead than Grand Theft Auto. To be honest.
I feel like you're not about that life, Cam. It's okay.
Final Fantasy 7. I'm only into chapter 2.
You got it? Holy shit!
Yeah.
How much is it? What is it? What is it about?
It's
Final
like
Fantasy is a series of RPGs. Where
I know it's a series,
multiverse, but the universes don't connect. Only a few.
Just it has lore. Yeah.
But it's like this one's more of a hack and slash Kingdom Hearts type joint, but it's more cooler because everybody likes Cloud Strife. So he's like a super soldier from the Genovia project, I think, right? And basically, was Cloud brainwashed?
You're talking about
the people of Genovia brainwashed?
I don't really know. I actually never played the first one.
What's the other dude that had the Buster Sword before him with the black hair?
Zach,
yeah.
Zach.
So there's a game called Crisis Core that came out on PSP.
Mm-hmm.
So I beat that joint and the Shinra. There we go. So Shinra is like some fucked up military
corporation.
Type. Yeah. So they brainwash everybody, and all their soldiers are brainwashed. I mean, they pay them good, so most people join, but it's like some brainwashing type shit. So a lot of the missions that they did, I think like in Crisis Core, and Zach and the team were like, oh shit, we're like just fucking up the world and taking the world's mana. So he ends up fighting. I forgot the dude's name with the red hair, but he was like the first sentient that became stronger than Sephiroth, and you beat him, but Zack still dies at the end.
Zia, I think.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
Oddly enough, some of the names sound familiar. Like I might have played one or something, but
I don't know.
Zack was the Buster Sword holder before Cloud, and then once he died, Cloud inherited his sword.
basically.
Sephiroth is the dude with the long white hair who used to be like an upstanding general and actually had a good going for him until power corrupted him, basically. Or I don't know what happened. That man just snapped.
I have no idea.
Became semi-immortal or somehow, and then it's a lot of crazy shit. But if you're into hack and slash type games, then it might be for you.
It's really pretty.
Story, I would have to play it to understand it because I didn't really get through 7. I just know more side of the Crisis Core stuff rather than the current, so I have to get into 7 to figure all the pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
I just like it because it's fucking pretty, and the
art's good and the combat's good. It's I don't know if you ever
shit about some art.
Wow.
I mean, the art matters to the game, so you can play it. Like if it looks like
y'all was roasting. No, I'm not listening to y'all with art because when I said that the Assassin's Creed Origins DLC for the Afterlife was really pretty, everybody's like, "You dumb."
I never said that.
And I was like, bro, it looked completely different. Like they put more. I feel like they put more work into that game than they had any other setting because it's ancient. Like but then that Afterlife was completely imaginative, and I felt like they did a really great job. Everyone was like, "No, you never should."
Are you sure? I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't talk about a game's DLC if I'd never even played the game, right?
I like the art for Assassin's Creed. It's just overplayed.
I was saying Origins in particular because I feel like they did a lot more just overall in the game because it was ancient Egypt. But then the Afterlife, the first time I actually loaded the DLC after it was downloaded, was like, this is gorgeous. Like
Creed is like visual type stuff, so it's like based on real life. So we never said nothing about the art. You just said one of them sucked, and I only played a piece of Black Flag.
No, I'm not talking about y'all in particular. I'm talking about other people that I've had conversations.
Oh, okay.
It's like I don't want to. It's like so now I just play a game if I want to play it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, I would see some review videos at first if you're like into it. But that's like a single player type jump. I'm still trying to get Neo 2, which is like the Samurai Dark Souls.
Neo 2? Oh, yeah. I heard it's really hard, like stupid hard.
I beat the first one barely.
I have the first one. I'm probably not going to play it since 2 seems stupid hard.
No, I mean, the first one's good.
No, anybody.
All right. I have to eat, so. When y'all want to do the next one? And what? I guess we can figure out topics later.
I don't know.
Me and Charlie both get a free dozen.
I guess we'll have to we'll just figure it out.
All right.
As the time passes.
I mean, do you guys want to do it like next Saturday or like next Wednesday? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
We can't go in this Saturday.
I would space it out. I'll figure out. I'll just pull topics of what I've been doing. And maybe like whatever like the week is. Everybody comes up with topics for their daily lives.
And daily lives.
Like what are you like? Where you're up to? What's current? Or I'm doing this.
The time I ran into Brad Pitt.
Then we'll put it all together into a topic. I don't know.
Get your
we should space the podcast out like a week and a half to 2 weeks maybe. That way at least we'll have more time. This is the most we've done like recording. I think we're in 2 hours or some shit.
Is it? It's not even showing a timer now.
The time I shit on
Scott
Johansson's chest.
Or 11. So it's like an hour, 40 minutes of content.
Oh god damn it!
Anyways,
all right.
Yeah, this is the most we recorded since we actually at least
this outro. Thank you guys for listening to another installment of the Biscuithead podcast. I have been your host, the original Biscuithead Dre, and you've been listening also to Mac I Am, aka Big Charles, and Other K, aka Kevo, aka Kevin. Time for the shameless self plug. Kevin, tell them where to find you.
Instagram Other K. That's really it. Yeah.
Charles, shameless self plug, where to find you, what you got going on.
I don't think we're
on the share screen. God damn it!
I feel like we don't have to do this all the time. Just saying.
Well, we do, because if somebody watches this one first and don't go back and watch the next one, they'd be like, "Well, where do I find you? I like this." And nobody put their what to comment the names. So
Where is the fonts label? Nope, you can't see it. Fuck it. All right, we're Amanda Black. BLBK.
all right, and you can find me on Instagram, YouTube at Just DeAndre, JUSTDEONDRE, and on Twitch at Mr_Novocaine. Thank you guys for checking it out. If you want to support, find me on Patreon at the same, Just DeAndre. With that being said, have a good one, guys. Stay safe. Salud. Bye bye.
Au revoir.